small group of women have formed a knitting group in Medway with the aim to raise money for OSNA breast cancer machine by selling their mittens. A trust fund has been set up to raise money for the transformation of a 500-year-old former courthouse building into a museum in Swale. It's also known as the Milton Regis Court Hall. Good morning to you and welcome to Kent Life News. I'm Ben Keenan and I'll be presenting today's top community stories. The community in Medway have formed a social group who knit for charity. Each week they come together to knit a variety of items that will be sold annually to raise money for a selection of charities. Our reporter Dave Chawner is now with the knitting group. Dave.
Thanks very much, Ben. I'm Dave and I'm here at the Wolselade Village Library where these lovely women are knitting these to raise money for that. Well, not the picture, but the Osner machine. Now, joining me here is Carol Turner, who is the lead, is the head of the village knitting community. Carol, you're very happy to be here. Can you tell us a little bit about why you are raising money for this Osner machine?
We enjoy knitting, Dave, and so we needed something to knit for, so it seemed a good idea to knit and raise money for charity. We've knitted for a lot of charities and have this year doing the one for the Osner machine because it's for the local hospital and it's for everybody.
That's wonderful.
Everybody will benefit. So we're having a sale of work on the 22nd of November and we need as many people here as possible to buy our goods.
That's like Dragon's Den. And also joining me here as well, we've got Angela Blackwell. Angela, can you tell us a little bit about the Osner machine? What is it and what does it do?
It actually, while a patient is having breast cancer operation, they take the lymph nodes, and this machine will check the lymph nodes to see if they're cancerous or not. And they're checked while that patient is actually under anaesthetic. Which means they don't actually have to have a second operation in 5 or 6 weeks' time. So it's obviously less stressful for the patient and cheaper for the hospital because it doesn't cost them theatre time.
So it seems a very good cause. It seems like a lot of fun. Do you have a lot of younger male members?
Well, apart from you.
Well, look at this. I would love to have a go. But I think that's going to have to wait later. Back to Ben in the studio. That's been me, Dave, from the Wolselade Village Library.
Well, Dave, I've been knitting for the last couple of minutes, but I really don't think that it's going to be my day. So I'm going to put this down, but maybe you guys can try it at home. That's enough for that. A group of friends known as the Friends of Milton Regis are currently raising money to turn Milton Regis Court Hall into a museum. Our reporter Esther Shepherd has more information on this project. Esther.
Milton Regis is a small village in the district of Swale in Kent with a rich historic background. A local building known as the Milton Regis Court Hall has been standing here for around 500 years but has been left dormant for around 10 years.
Local members of the community, also known as the Friends of Milton Regis Court Hall, do not want to see it fade away. They have created a trust fund to raise money to transform the court hall into a museum. Michael Baldwin, chairman of the Friends of Milton Regis Court Hall, spoke with us about how the group is raising money and their aim behind the project.
Milton Regis Court Hall dates back to about 1450, and in those days the building was the courthouse, the administrative centre, the local jail, centres of weights and measures. All those important things for local administration were carried out here. It's worth preserving because it has Grade 2 star listed building, so English Heritage recognises its importance. But it is also the focal point of Milton Regis. Will be obviously a museum where people can come in at the weekends, but particularly we want to work with the local schools. We would love to have a situation where school children come in here and they maybe reenact, medieval life.
Milton Regis has also gained support from their local council. Mike Whiting, councillor of Swale, was able to give a statement on how the renovation of the building will benefit the area.
Saving gems like the Court Hall is vitally important. The historic high street on which it sits has many examples of medieval architecture, and each building tells a story. If we can use history to bring visitors and prosperity to Swale, particularly the more deprived areas such as Milton Regis, then we should do so wholeheartedly. I certainly wish the museum group every good luck in its endeavours to open up the building to a wide audience, and we will, as a council, do all we can to assist them.
The Friends of Milton Regis Court Hall hosted a weekend opening event to raise money towards the renovation fund.
Walking past every day and you see it sitting, it standing there, and you've always wondered what's inside.
As a local resident, I've passed Milton quite a lot, and it's a shame to see the building unoccupied, but now we've got the opportunity to look round it. I think it's an asset that the community should invest time and money in, show off what this place used to be like.
I thought it was pretty cool that we actually got to see what was inside it.
The Court Hall is clearly a cherished building. The Friends of Milton Regis hope that it will attract families, schools and historians to the area. Esther Shepherd, Swale, Kent Life News.
Well, let's hope for the best for the development of the museum's trust project. Those are today's top stories. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Ben Keenan, and you're listening to Kent Life News.